Special guests this morning have taken the musical world by storm in the last 2 years as members of one of the industry's most successful groups. They've not been called the 5 hardest working people in show business for nothing, when you realise they've been on the road for most of that time. They're here in the UK playing to sell-out audiences at London's Wembley Arena. So welcome to Danny Wood and Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block. Good morning to you. Giggling away there, giggling away. Now, Hilary Jones referred to you there by saying that you're good, you know, clean-living boys and all, and you don't smoke. So you have no vices at all, both of you? No?
No, we don't smoke. That's definitely, but
drug-free.
Drug-free. Well, I'm pleased about that. I'm pleased about that. Although this sort of image that you have of being terribly clean-cut and, you know, terribly decent living boys, has that been a bit of a handicap to you? Because people then are always going to try and find things and try and find out that you're really not.
Well, it's not really been a handicap because it's not really what we call ourselves. We don't really call ourselves. Hey, that's me, Danny Wood.
That's right.
I think they got that wrong there.
That's all right.
I think they got that wrong.
Same difference. Anyway, you know, we don't really consider ourselves to be clean cut, and you know, we just consider ourselves to be positive-minded people, you know, and drug-free people, you know, and we don't feel that to be a handicap to be drug-free and to be positive-minded. We feel that, you know, to be a blessing, you know what I mean, to have the strength in this day and age, you know, to be drug-free and to be positive-minded, you know, that's staying a step ahead of the game, you know what I mean? So people can say what they want, but we'll always be a step ahead, you know.
What about all the stories that we saw coming out of America? I mean, it seems that anything you do, anything you do at all makes headlines. The stories about the alleged arson or something in a hotel. What was all that about? Because we got such a confusion. We got such a confused version of that.
Well, that was the world famous arson with no fire case. That was promoted all over the world. You saw all this talk of arson, but there was fire.
What was it? High spirits on your part? Was it just you just having?
It was just goofing around, and it was just a lot of people really not being able to deal with the pressures of hordes of fans and hordes of press, and you know, people who just weren't used to that hysteria, panicking in a time that really didn't deserve too much panic. You know what I mean? And people reacting to a situation of goofing off, which is exactly what it was, and making it something much more serious than it was. It was like, I turned on the news the next morning, you know, after the alleged fire, and it says, Donnie Wahlberg faces 20 years in jail.
Yes, you read that. I mean,
and I was like, 20 years in jail for what? And it says first-degree arson. I said, oh, arson. And they said I tried to burn a hotel down, which was full of my family members, band members, road crew. Our whole entourage was in the hotel. And they're saying I tried to burn it down to endanger the occupants, which 90% of the occupants were with me. You know what I mean?
Well, Danny, how do you cope with it? I mean, how do you cope with the fact that anything that you do, doesn't matter what you do, is going to make headlines? I mean, did you believe that when you were struggling away, that when you became successful, this is what it was going to be like?
I never thought we'd get to the point we're at, so I never imagined what the press would be like and stuff like that. But basically, I mean, something like that was hard for him to deal with, because there's basically people with just taking cheap shots at him. But when it's a group thing, and it really doesn't bother me when they write stuff, bad stories. I just let it, you know.
Do you ever read it, or do you just not even bother?
No, I just read the headlines and I don't read it.
You don't bother?
Really, too, it depends on how it's approached. You know, like tabloid journalism, that's funny. We're entertained by that too, tabloids and stuff. But certain writers every now and then try to, they overstep their boundaries, and you know, it's really something that you can take lightly or don't take. Us in the group take it lightly, and some don't.
If you respond to it, though, that in itself becomes a story, because that's what's happened this morning in the Sun. So if you actually respond to the criticisms, they actually use that as a story, so they get more footage from it.
Is that a bit extra stuff between me and my pal over at the Sun? He knows what's going on.
Now, you don't. We've established that you don't smoke and you're good, clean-living boys, but you suck on lollipops.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Good for the breath.
He brushes his teeth.
Yeah, I brush my teeth.
We all brush our teeth. I don't need sugar.
Were you being accused of not brushing your teeth?
No, but I'm saying to counteract the lollipops, I brush my teeth a lot.
I see, right,
you know what I mean?
Understand.
I get a few cavities from these things.
Well, we're glad we've established that. Boys, thanks very much indeed for the moment.
We're going to go cook.
I know. I've heard this.
I'd like to know why Danny's dressed for a polar expedition at the top,
Yeah.
and a swimming expedition at the bottom. What's going on here, Danny?
No, I'm going to the gym after this.
He's got his kit with him.
Yeah, I got my gym bag.
Oh, how very relaxed.
Yeah, he put off the gym just for this interview.
What is the secret? What is in the bag?
major.
Just, you know, some water.
Some water.
My gloves.
Some dollars in there. Look, I can see some American dollars in
Yeah,
there.
you know, some leftover notes and
What a mess.
birthday cards.
Terrible.
You know,
Slimmies.
I'm going to the gym after this.
Right.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to run off Caerphilly, Kedgeree, in the shape of Rusty Lee. Thank you. We'll take a break.
Morning to you. Oh, aren't I lucky? All those screaming girls out there, and I've got them. Ah! Isn't it great? Good morning to you. Donnie and Danny, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Donnie and Danny are going to help me to make a really traditional British breakfast. Do you want a cup of tea?
No.
Now, what it is, it's kedgeree, and that's haddock. Kedgeree. And kedgeree.
This is haddock?
Haddock, yes, smoked
yellow,
haddock.
though.
Yes, smoked haddock. There's tea in it, yes, you can have some tea. And what we're going to do, we're going to do some rice. We're going to cook some rice.
Yeah, that's rice.
But, yeah, this rice is and I'll show you.
Basmati.
Basmati. Do you know it?
No,
Do you like
That's
rice?
remixed rice.
No, it's absolutely fabulous.
rice.
Look. No, smell that. You have the flavour of it. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to teach you how to cook perfect rice.
All right.
And this is what you
You
do.
better turn that fire down, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Panicking. Oh, yes, okay, I heard. No. How to get perfect rice every time. Say you judge amount of rice in the pan, just put an inch of water, boiling water above it. Yeah,
Okay.
just an inch above it.
Okay.
And then you boil it rapidly.
Should we get the water?
No, I'm just going to tell you. No, you're frightened of fires. And so you boil it really quick and get it bubbling. Then you pour all the water off and wash it in cold water, right? And then you put a knob of butter in there and a tight lid and leave it on a very low cooker, and you will get perfect rice every time. It's time to cook, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Can you put that over there? I'm not
All
going
right.
to let you not work. Now, what we've got in the pan is an ounce of butter. And we're putting 8 ounces of rice in it.
I thought you cooked the rice in water.
Yeah, it's already cooked. This is the one I did before.
This right here, I didn't cook it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. This one's cooked. You're all right. You're safe.
Okay.
Then you put the 8 ounces of rice, and then that's the haddock that's been cooked for about 12 minutes in milk
The haddock's
or
not
water.
cooked. This right here. Where you get this extra food from?
I've got to do about 3. No, I do it. I prepare it. And you put that in there. That goes in.
All
And do you
right.
know what this is? That's it. Stir it around. That's your rice and your haddock, a pound of
It
haddock.
looks good.
Great, thank you. And in there we've got 3 eggs. That
3
goes in. Do
eggs.
you want to put that in?
That's 3 eggs?
Yeah, 3 eggs mashed together.
Oh, mosh.
Put it in. There we are. All that goes in. Where are you appearing? You're appearing.
We're in Wembley Arena.
Wow.
We're doing a few shows over there.
Oh, super.
Yeah.
Super, yeah.
Oh, and you
Can I
should come
put
down
this
and
in?
cook. Would you like to,
I'd
would you
rather
like to-
watch you. I'd rather
Okay.
come and watch. That would be
let's go out to eat. Let's go
Now, what's
have
Yeah,
dinner
I'll
together.
come. Yeah,
You
I'd
gotta
love
say
to
what
have
we
dinner
gotta put
together.
in next.
Can you hear this? I'm going out to dinner with the boys.
Yes.
That's the put the peas in. Yowza, baby.
Where'd the
There you
peas
are.
come from?
Go on. Peas pods. And then you put that in. The worst part about this meal is the cream. If you're on a diet, I'm sorry.
The
I'm on a
cream
diet, so I
is
can't get
Wicked. Can't you eat it? Can't you have the cream?
Let's
Well,
put some fruit punch in there.
no, not fruit one.
Okay.
5 fluid ounces of
Okay.
fresh cream. And that mixes all up together and you cook it.
We're
I'll
not
turn it.
messing up your dinner.
You're not messing up
Breakfast.
anything. It's breakfast. It's an English
Oh
breakfast.
yeah, English breakfast.
And we put in some dill in there.
What's dill?
Dill, this is dill. That is it.
All right, put it in. I'm sorry.
And then we put some chives going there.
Chives.
But
Chives.
the best part about it, an unusual part about this recipe, is the Caerphilly cheese. That's
Cheese.
Caerphilly cheese. Do you like cheese?
Caerphilly cheese.
That's right. It's lovely.
it
And
smells
that's
like
a hard
farts.
cheese, and you crumble it. Look at that. Can we see him? Can you see him? And then that goes in there, and you stir it all together.
All right.
Yeah?
Some pepper, right?
Yeah, pepper. Oh, it's great. I'd forgotten that. Put the pepper in. This is a great breakfast. Now then, and you can put some salt. Then it's ready to eat, but we haven't put any heat in that, and we've got one in the oven that I... Oh, hang on. Excuse me. Can you take this out the oven? I think I better. The rice is going.
Okay.
Do excuse us, won't you?
Well, you better turn the fire down before you open it up.
Oh, you've got a thing about...
Yeah.
And you then... Here we are. Yeah. Put this one over there.
Wow.
That's it. And this is the finished one. It's a bit hot. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?
Get it close up.
There we are.
Look.
And there we are.
Yeah.
And I've saved the carefully to put it in after. Careful, it's hot, it's hot. So there you are, look. And that's
the cheese.
Would you like to try some of this?
Wait, we got some taste testers. Come on. Come on. This is Randy.
Come on,
This
then.
is Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Dolomite Jr.
He's the bodyguard. I wouldn't mind him bodyguarding me.
We're going to taste test it.
Yes. I want to, do they have to taste it before you?
Yeah, in case it's poison.
Yeah. Would you give the
sacrificial
recipe
lamb.
while
Yeah.
they're testing?
While they're doing that, we'll give the recipe. For Carfilly kedgeree, you will need 8 ounces of rice, 1 pound of smoked haddock, 4 eggs, an ounce of butter, 2 ounces of cooked peas, 5 fluid ounces of fresh single cream, a tablespoon of chopped fresh dill, and a tablespoon of chopped fresh chives, salt and pepper, and 4 ounces of crumbled Carfilly cheese. That's it there. There you go.
What's the verdict?
Come on, what's the matter?
It's good.
Slamming. Get with this.
It's great.
91 remix.
Make sure you
English
add more
If you want the recipe writing, and I'll do
Philly
it for you.
cheese.
Thank you, Rusty.
You're welcome.
You did well there.
What can I do?
Rusty will now disappear with the bodyguards, and we will meet Donnie and Danny after the break. How does it mix with kedgeree, lollipop and kedgeree, Donnie?
Well, it's all right.
It's a natural mix. You fellas know so much is written about you, but only you yourselves know how you think. And let's not talk about 10 years' time. Let's talk maybe 2 years' time. You, Donnie, what's your concept of what you would like to happen to the group, where you think you'll be?
Well, I think it's, we would just really like to really just be happy really in 2 years. That's really all you can ask for.
Yeah, but how do you achieve happiness?
Well,
I mean, happiness is the most elusive
Really
thing
by just doing what your heart tells you to do, and trusting your instincts and trusting your judgment. You know, it's like with so many people watching everything you do, and so many people, you know, influenced or reacting to everything you do, it's very easy sometimes to try and let other people, you know, dictate what you choose to do with your career.
Do you feel manipulated? I mean, have you felt manipulated at any
No,
stage?
not at all, not at all. But it's easy to say, well, so many people, you know, like the group, maybe we better do what they expect us to do. But that's not what got us here. We did what we wanted to do to get us here. We did what we felt was right to do. And that's, you know, people accepted that. So that's what we need to keep on doing.
I mean, the easiest thing to think is that looking at you guys, you know, like you're living a dream. It looks fantastic, and everywhere you go, you appear to be popular. But often the reality that you only find out years later is that it's actually very unhappy, because you don't have privacy, you don't have a lot of control over what you do. Everywhere you go, you're watched. You can't even go to the local co-op or supermarket to get what you want. Where do you stand? Somewhere in between?
Think we've always just been 5 guys from Boston who grew up, you know, in the city and stuff. So I think we try and maintain that and not let all the hysteria and everything go to our heads and stuff. We try and have fun with it, and we're like, just, you know,
Yeah, but
going
can
with
you
the
have-
flow.
can you have fun?
Yeah, I'd have lots of fun. And I go home and I do all the things I used to do, you know, and sometimes people bother me, but you just have to cope with that. You got to take the good with the bad.
But you're in England. What more would you see other than the stage, the hotel rooms, and
We've been
Heathrow
around.
Airport?
We went out all day
went out
yesterday,
shopping.
eating fish and chips and shopping, hanging around, just
Shopping.
walking around, talking to people and stuff like that. Really, it's tough. There's a lot of people, you know, chasing you and this and that, but if you know, dictate your lifestyle and don't let your lifestyle be dictated, you can enjoy all this. I enjoy going grocery shopping now more than I did when there was no success.
I tried to sign up the Osmonds yesterday and failed. And I understand your management's in doubt, and I've got a contractor waiting. But am I too late? Are you very rich already?
Well, we're comfortable. We're able to take care of our families. Really, that's the way we look at it, you know. It's like we have big families, and to be able to have them live comfortably is really what's exciting about all this. Before you make money, you want cars, you want jewelry, and you want all that. But when you get it, you realize it's not what's important. You know, being able to take care of your family, the people who support you, that's what gives you the greatest pleasure out of all of it.
Same discovery?
Definitely. I mean, that's all you know, I dreamed about buying a car and doing this and buying that.
Big swimming pools.
And I own a Jeep. That's about it. And I took care of my family. That's what's most important.
Listen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
Girls
you.
are out there on the forecourt. Donnie and Danny. Where are the other three? Still in bed?
Oh, yeah,
probably,
oh, yeah.
Just lazy, aren't they? Lazy.
Yeah, very lazy.
Good luck at
Oh,
Wembley.
happy birthday to Jordan. It's his
Yeah,
birthday today.
Jordan Knight birthday. Happy,
say happy
Crab's
birthday
birthday.
today.
We will. Happy birthday to Jordan Knight.
Yes.
He should have sent his picture in. We'd have put it in earlier. Thanks for joining us, Donnie.
It's time. She's gone for the ones that are called D. It's time for Danny and Donnie New Kids.
No more games. No more games is about positivity. And positivity is not about being soft, it's about being smart. No more games. You sucker.
Danny, happy 21st birthday.
22nd.
22nd?
Yeah.
So, do you lie in the magazines? Do you put the wrong
That's
date?
what I was gonna say.
I never tell a lie. I'm 22.
You're 22. Well, happy birthday today. You got
Wanna
any
get some of that
celebrations?
water?
You can ask my mother later. She's here. You can ask my
Oh,
mother.
you're rich, you're young, you're famous. Are you happy?
Yeah.
You are.
We're very happy. I'm very happy to be here in London.
So what's the next stage of the New Kids going to be?
The next stage, vacation.
But, I mean, are you going to develop after your vacation?
We're gonna take a summer vacation. We're gonna produce and write. Donnie got his brother's album coming out in June. Mikey Mark and the Funky Bunch. The album's called Music for the People. I did the last song on side B. And
You look like Suzanne Vega.
Do I? From
and
Tom
we're gonna
Snyder.
during the summer we're gonna produce and write, relax, lounge, meet women, go to the beaches, and all
Have a
that
night-
stuff.
just
Cruising our
enjoy
Jeeps.
yourself.
He'll cruise in his Saab and we'll chilling.
Call it what you want, baby. Girl, I call it love. Call it what you want, darling.
On stage, you talk about positivity. What's positivity to you?
Woo! Excuse me. Positivity is just, it's a state of mind. It's attitude, you know? And it's just, it's what it is, you know? It's not about being soft. It's actually just about being smart. You know, it's like, we don't take drugs. Does that make us soft? Does that make us pushovers or cream puffs? No. It makes us smart, if you think about it. Yeah, all them people out there who say the new kids are soft or the new kids are wimps because they don't do this and they don't do that. I don't call that being a wimp. I call it being smart. I call it being intelligent. I call it being 2 steps ahead of the knuckleheads that are out there doing it and try and bring us down to their level.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Now, Danny, you're all wrapped up, so we can't see this beautiful body that you've got underneath here. Have you become obsessed now with bodybuilding?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you-
Every day.
Are you going to take that top and just show us a muscle? Go on.
Nah,
All the fans outside said, oh, ask Danny why he never takes his hat off.
Because I'm bald.
All your hair's dropped out.
No.
You've had it shaved
No,
off.
I have lots of hair.
Do you? Well, but we don't know. We can't see it because you haven't taken your
No,
hat
I
off for
have
ages.
lots of hair, though.
Donnie, whenever I see you going onto the stage, you've always got a toothbrush with you. You must have the cleanest teeth in the country.
That's the only time I brush
He
my
got
teeth.
the sweaters.
Is it?
He got the sweaters
you-
on his teeth.
You, you haven't got a toothbrush fetish then?
No, I like,
He
when I
likes
go
to-
on stage, I like to, you know, I used to do shows like a few years ago we were doing shows and I would have this like slimy feeling in my mouth. and I'd be singing, and I didn't like it. So I like to brush my teeth right before I go on stage. You know, I just keep doing it until I'm on stage, until it's time to sing.
You don't wash much, though.
Not as much as I should.
He's getting better.
I'm getting better.
How would you define rap? What is it?
Rap? Rap is something that 90% of the people who are trying to listen to it now know absolutely nothing about. All rap is not hip-hop. A lot of rap is not
And
hip-hop.
all rap is people that classify things that are rap that out now. It's not really what rap's all about, and hip-hop's all about.
No More Games is about positivity.
It's an 8:15 from Manchester t-shirt,
Okay.
especially for you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
It was fun fighting with you.
Have a good concert.